Hey everybody, it's Nick Jonides, running coach, and I just wanted to say thanks for watching today. I hope you got in your warm-up laps. A lot of people may not know, but I usually go live for various things in my private running coaching group weekly, every Thursday evening around 6 or 7 to answer or go over a running topic every week. Well, from now on, I'm going to be having for until we are released to running back on the track by the health department or have groups of more than at least 10. I'm going to be having a weekly Tuesday evening um, Q&A for anything running related. So, if you have any questions, please post them below and I will answer them. And I'll go as long as is necessary for the questions that you ask. Every Tuesday, normally, we have a workout at 5:30 a.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. at the Glen Rock High School track. And I see a bunch of people are on. Hey, Joe. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Hillary. Hey, Gail. And Kathy. We have a couple of our weekly runners already on. So, again, if you have any questions, please post. Hey, Larissa. So, one common thing I'm getting these days is if I can't run with people or if I can't run, hey, Paolo, my cousin, um, is what can I do? I can't run with anybody. I can't run in a group. How can I stay motivated? So one thing that I do is just make sure that you have a good treadmill, you have good music, you have a good TV show ready, queued up. Have them all queued up these days, especially. You have to run by yourself. Try to run new routes you've never run before. Here's a question. Aside from stretching, yoga, and hand weights, what are you doing to keep from getting overuse injuries? Gyms are closed, and the majority don't have towels, spin spin bikes from home. Okay, all right. Um, Overuse injuries. Overuse injuries are caused by doing the same thing. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Lori. Is something caused by doing something over and over and over again. What do we do? Runners do? Hey, Denise. Hey, Joan. What do we runners do? We run and we run and we run and we run. So a lot of the things that we do tend to cause things that are overuse injuries. So one thing that I always do is ask people how old their running shoes are. Okay? If your shoe, hey Michael, hey Heather, hopefully you're feeling better, Heather, um, is that the older your shoes are, the more injuries that you might get that are not that you don't believe that are from running. You don't know why you're getting them, such as shin splints, maybe an ankle something, or your calf is pulled or something like that. These are small annoying things. Hey Tina, hey Ann, that happen because your shoes are old. Okay, so check your shoes, check your treads, make sure. For me, what I do is when I get a new pair of sneakers, I put the date right on the shoe. Okay, um, to make sure that I remember to change them. So they always, I've in the past used to be 500 miles. Right now, just to make sure, around 350 miles, I start looking and I look to repair my shoes, change my shoes by 400 miles. That's one thing, okay? Another thing is try to incorporate a something else like swimming or biking that you can use to do another sport. And of course, now gyms are closed. So I just saw, here we go. We don't have the gym for the bike and we don't have the gym for the. Hey, Tom. Hey, Jenny. We don't have the equipment to do it. Well, all right. Change the grade of your run if you want to. Number one. Hey, Nathan, you're still up? So run up hills, down hills. Again, changing the grade of your run. So that's one thing you can do to help from running flat, 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 or 1%, 1%, 1% that you run on the treadmill. That can cause an overuse injury. Other things, okay, now again, this I wouldn't recommend this for everybody if you don't want to, is maybe a light game of tennis. Hey, Michael, you could still be outside. All you need is a tennis ball and your racket. You don't need a gym, okay? It encourages side to side, okay? Now, again, we're not playing the U.S. Open in tennis and running very hard from side to side because, again, these things, especially as we age, are not great for our knees as well. But if you want to do something that's different, that changes the grades, is do that as well. And then other things you can do, you don't need a gym for, steps, okay? You can walk up your steps or jump up steps and walk back down, and like things like that. Of course, Nathan, anytime. Just listen to your cousin. That would be awesome. Okay, hey, Joe. Okay, so all that stuff. Okay, so try to make sure your shoes are not old. Number one. Number two, change the grade of your run. So you can do things like running on dirt, running on grass, okay, running on sand, things to change the grade, okay? And also try to find another sport that you can go side to side, such as tennis, that you can just do outside. Okay, and then of course other things you could do at the gym. You could do things like this and move back and forth and not even have to be at the gym and do steps and other kinds of things that can help with explosiveness. We can have a whole class on that if you want. Now, question number 2 that I already saw is treadmills. Okay, we're stuck. We're stuck inside. We need a new treadmill. I'm sure the treadmill industry is one of the 4 or 5 like Netflix that's booming now these weeks where we're going to be stuck inside. So, for treadmills, it depends again how much you want to use it. If you're going to be a very hard user, like myself, okay, meaning that at times, depending on a normal winter, obviously this was not a normal winter for the northeast part of the U.S. It was way too hot. Okay, so I was outside practically the whole time. But most normal winters, the track is covered, it's icy outside, it's dangerous in the morning. I might use my treadmill up to 15 to 20 miles a week for a good, it's possible 10 weeks, okay, over the winter, or 13 weeks. Hey, Patty, hey, Karen. So, for that reason, I'm a heavy user of the treadmill. Other people might only use it for walking, or it's not so heavy. Or you might not have multiple people using it in the house. Like for instance, my daughter is a runner, and my youngest daughter likes to use the treadmill as well. So with 3 people using it, you want to... So there's 2 kinds of users, is what I'm saying. Hey, Kristen. Hey, John. Not bowling, I guess. It's too bad. So you have your heavy user and your light user. Okay, so your light user, you can probably get away with a treadmill from Sears or something like that. Okay? Hey, Alexis. It's not going to be the best. It might be bouncy. Okay, might be smaller. Okay, hey, Megan. It might be short. Okay, and it's not meant for great use. You can probably get it for less than $1,000. Okay, and it could probably fit almost anywhere in your house. Okay, but again, that's more the light user. If you think you're only going to be jogging really slow, for you, that is, maybe a few miles a week, and you don't know you want to use it in a few miles a week, and then not so much otherwise during your life of the thing, and it will last longer. That's user number 1. It may be bouncy, it may be shuddering. Okay, hey, Karen. And I've been on those, okay, and those are horrific, okay. The benefit is, hey, Matt, hey, Anne-Marie, another cousin, this is great, is that you can probably fold it, okay, and stuff it into a corner easier when company's coming, okay. So if you want that flexibility to have the treadmill that folds easy, you can put it away. It's probably lighter, okay, then buy the light one. However, you will not get a long life. It might be bouncy, and it might shudder a little bit, like it might move, okay? and it won't be great for heavy use. And it might not let you go more than 10 or 11 miles an hour, which for a heavy user like myself, you want it to go that fast to be able to get a track workout on the treadmill. Now, treadmill user number two is the heavy user. That's people who are serious about running. Or you have multiple people in the house using it. Here's where you have to go with a treadmill that has a wider base. Okay? It's also for heavier people as well. People who are taller. Okay? A wider base. A longer deck as well. Okay? You want it to be steadier. Okay? And you want it to be able to last longer. Okay? So when you go to the treadmill store, make you actually hop on the treadmill. They probably have what, 6, 7, 8, 9 treadmills. Hop on it. Run on it for 3, 4 minutes, as long as you need to. Okay? It might be too bouncy. It might be too soft. It might start moving like this. When I was looking for a treadmill, I tried so many different treadmills until finally I settled for the Pacemaster Pro Plus. Again, we're talking years ago now. Pacemaster for me was a good brand, but you have to try it out. Just like you need to try out new running sneakers, please try out the actual treadmill. Okay? More expensive treadmills also have more bells and whistles. They might have pre-programmed courses in them. You might be able to program a course in them as well. It'll sync up to your music. It'll be electronic. They may have a screen on it. They may have a fan on it. Like all things, bells and whistles, the more you want, the more you're going to spend. However, again, do you want it to be the light user, or do you want to be the heavy user? If you have to go for the heavy user, honestly, to me, spend the extra money. You'll get what you pay for. My treadmill has lasted 20 years, 22 years. I've had to had the deck replaced twice, meaning that the wood that I run on cracked. Okay? Each time it cost me $500. So I've put in $1,000 extra into my treadmill. Money well worth it to keep my treadmill going for 22 years. Okay? So, for that reason, go more expensive. It'll be a bigger unit. You might not be able to fold it. It'll become a piece of furniture. And I recommend putting something in front of it, like a sound system or some kind of really nice TV that's connected to your DVR. Okay? Hey, Joey. So things like that to make it what you want. You want to make it a system to use for heavy running. Okay? So, long answer for Hillary. Hopefully this is what you're asking for. Okay? You have two kinds of users. You have the light user, the heavy user. Please go try it out. Okay? Please spend the extra money because it's worth it. Okay. I'm going back a few years. I have not bought a new treadmill recently. But basically, if you want to go the grade that is in the gym, you're talking over $5,000. When I was looking, again, we're dating myself, we're talking between $2,000 and $3,000. At the time, I spent $1,800 on mine, and I'm being honest. So right now, I'm guessing $2,800, $3,000 might be it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Susan. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Jessica. So you don't want to go too cheap because of that, because you don't want to burn it out as well. My treadmill I got because it had a pitch. You could raise the grade to up to 8 degrees, okay, and you could go 11 miles an hour, which is like a 550 mile. Again, this may mean nothing to beginner runners, but if you are trying to become faster and you want to run, let's say, for 45 seconds really fast, you want to have a treadmill that allow you to do it. Okay? So, again, just like trying on new shoes by getting a new TV, it's a piece of furniture. It's expensive. Please, please, please go try it out. Okay? So while I have people, are there any other questions on running? Hey, Betty. I'm very thrilled to have so many people who came and watched or stopped by and moved along. How are you? Well, I'm doing fine. As with everybody else, I'm stuck inside, which is fine. As a school teacher, I was in contact with 800 kids last week, so I'm kind of laying low. Okay. um, and in a couple of weeks, I'm sure I'll go crazy. But I'm doing virtual teaching, and after day two, I'd say so far so good as can be expected. So obviously things can be better, but everyone's living and learning. It's the first time we're doing it, and I'm excited for the opportunity to teach kids in a different way, as I'm teaching you guys, hopefully. So um, until next week, please post a few questions below if you catch this later, and I will start with those questions next week, next Wednesday at 7:05 after our warm up. Okay, remember we're doing warm up laps first, and we'll start at 7:05. Um, and stay healthy, stay inside, don't do anything crazy, run solo, try to make it as fun as you can. I know these are hard days, but just think about Friday. In the Northeast, it'll be 75 degrees and sunny. So thanks, guys, for the extra thumbs up, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.